A Smash newcomer revealed that not a lot of people have seen coming, and a Peach protection program game? Block content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. And today we get to talk about a whole lot of different types of games, be it third-party games or Nintendo first-party games and stuff that it really feels like it needs to be announced very, very soon, because of course we just had that Super Mario 35th Anniversary Direct that already revealed a whole lot of stuff that has been rumored in the start of this year, and now it feels like it's finally time to fulfill that promise that essentially Nintendo made, saying there's going to be more content for the end of this year. Now, we know that there's a lot of great Mario stuff coming. We know that there is the Age of Calamity Legend of Zelda game, the Hyrule Warriors game, so that's all really awesome and fine and good, but we are waiting for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news to find out if there's, another character coming soon. Will we play as this character quickly? And of course, what's going on with HD remasters aside from Mario, right? What are we doing with the Zelda franchise, and what's coming in terms of third-party support as well? Well, today we get to break down information that might shed some more light on this, and as well, I've also been talking about other characters that should be coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate in my previous couple of videos. Now, these videos weren't as popular as the normal Leak Speaks that we do, but I really want to continue giving a spotlight to certain characters, just to talk about them, to give my opinion on certain characters. So if you leave a character in the comments that you really want me to talk about on this channel in terms of Smash Brothers moveset or chances, please put them down in the comments right now, because I'll read through them and I'll, shed some light on them in a coming episode. And of course, I've also been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Brothers Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube content? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And, well, we're almost ready. We're doing a brand new Blocked Content show that's essentially a Let's Play show with a little twist on it, the Blocked Content style. And if you want to have a specific game played on this channel, please put it down in the comments below. Again, I'm reading throughout everything. So thank you guys so much for joining, and let's get into the main topic of today. Okay, very exciting. Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct coming Thursday. So from now, that should be 2 days away. It starts off saying a crazy first party out there idea. Princess Peach Protection Program. So a quadruple P, something like that. A simulation game where you try and protect Princess Peach herself from Bowser. Construct walls, utilize cannons and other weapons, and train soldiers to protect Princess Peach, no matter the cost. So those soldiers supposedly being little toads, right? In the start of Mario Galaxy, we had these toads with spears and stuff like that really felt like an army or a royal army. That could be super awesome. The next game is sort of a third-party offering. Superman. The developer is Treasure, an on-rails action game similar to Kid Icarus Uprising and Sin and Punishment. You must play as Superman and punch your way through lethal alien threats. The plot has something to do with some living alien planet that can eat the Earth and has all kinds of Superman-level threats living on it. Totally out there prediction, or totally out there guess. Yeah, totally crazy. The next game is called My Girlfriend is a Vampire, which is a mashup between a dating sim and an action game. Next up is Earth Alone. A girl time travels to a post-apocalyptic future, breaks her legs, and must survive by equipping herself with cybernetic enhancements. It's like Metroid Prime, but the girl is disabled and struggles with basic tasks that you need upgrades for. There will be an ActRaiser remake. And The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD is coming in November. Suikoden and Magical Ninja Collections are announced. And finally, the reveal, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character is Professor Layton. Well, there's so much to talk about here. It's very interesting to see people's predictions, or if this is an actual leak. I love kind of breaking them down and seeing what of this could actually be happening. So it's not necessarily an exercise in seeing if this is real or not, but mostly what are other people thinking in this world? What are other people wanting from Nintendo as a company? And what do people want to fill their Switches with in terms of software? So yeah, talking about this crazy, interesting idea of a sort of castle protection game. the Princess Peach Protection Program, I think does sound like a very cool title. It does kind of sound like a mobile title. I could really imagine Nintendo making another mobile game, in portrait mode that you play and you kind of protect Princess Peach's castle from all of these Bowser threats, and you essentially just use everything that Princess Peach has to offer within her castle, which is of course toads, but also maybe other different weapons. I mean, there were a couple of different things like this in the Super Mario 64 DS game, where you actually also kind of protect Princess Peach's castle from, these bob-ombs that would parachute down, right? You'd slingshot them, if I remember correctly. So this idea isn't too out there. They already did something quite like it, and it would actually be really awesome to see something, in a new genre. And it would be even cooler if it wasn't like a Princess Peach protection program, but it was just Princess Peach being the princess of the castle and actually taking it in her own hands and protecting it herself, right? And, giving everyone their tasks and stuff like that. So it's essentially a game where you play as Princess Peach, giving orders to actually save your own kingdom. Right now, the way that it's worded, it doesn't really feel like something like that. And I feel like that should definitely change in terms of narrative. Now, also the idea of Superman being a Sin and Punishment or Kid Icarus Uprising type game could actually be really cool. I don't necessarily think that a Superman game should just be about flying. Because of course a very cool element of the character of Superman is the duality between Clark Kent and doing investigation work, and also just generally like fighting as Superman and stuff like that. And it isn't all normally airborne, so really curious to find out if that would make for a good game, if that has enough bearing on the plot as well, but I'm curious to find out. And yeah, an alien planet that can eat up the Earth is something that has been done a lot, so that probably won't be that interesting of a story, but it still is something. And if they are doing a Superman game for the Nintendo Switch, there will be a lot of comparisons between this and Superman 64, right? Now, My Girlfriend is a Vampire, not that many, nuggets here of information, but it is enough to kind of say, yeah, this will be like a Bloodlines type of game that will probably be a little bit more cutesy because it's Nintendo. And then Earth Alone, I think I've heard about this game a couple of times before. Maybe it was in different leaks, maybe it was in different pieces of information. It does sound really interesting, and any game that is a little bit like Metroid Prime is already up my alley. Now, an ActRaiser remake does seem very likely, and Skyward Sword HD would be something that I would definitely buy. It's one of my favorite Zelda games, and it always surprises a lot of people because that game wasn't necessarily a great Zelda experience. I thought the story was so engaging, I thought the art style was incredible, and even though the game was very easy, it did do a lot of good things. It did introduce a lot of very fun power-ups and weapons, and I think generally the combat was very innovative, for the time being, for sure. Now, more collections being announced, and finally the Smash Bros. Ultimate character being Professor Layton. There's a lot of sources that have said Professor Layton could be in this Fighter's Pass just because of the good relationships between Nintendo, that character, and it does kind of make sense. It would also be a character that no one would really see coming on the surface, right? And would have an interesting moveset to use, right? And it wouldn't just be, Phoenix Wright that has already been in a couple of crossovers. This would essentially be the first time that this character is playable in a fighting game. So I would love to see. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, but yeah, essentially this character could then make his turn as a very cool fighting game character, and I would love to see that. So I'm generally very curious what you guys think of all this. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, do you think Professor Layton deserves to be in Smash Brothers? And as for our previous comment question winner, our answer actually comes to us from our user Bomberman204 saying, oh yeah, as soon as Sakurai specifically said only characters that originated in video games, it was a solid facepalm. For me, dang it, Goku confirmed. After Villager, too peaceful, me, online bullying reasons, and Ridley was too big, Ryu, fighting game characters would just be copy and paste and wouldn't be as great to reimagine. Everyone Sakurai says is impossible seems to just be a challenge to himself to actually make happen. That's why when he said Nintendo has already selected the Fighter's Pass characters and it would be impossible to make new requests happen, I knew it was time to fight for Bomberman harder than ever. I'm totally against Goku or any other anime or comic characters. I feel like it would soil the legacy of a great gaming hall of fame that is Smash Brothers, but my opinion means little when money is always going to be one of the biggest factors on what comes to the game. I felt third-party characters would have to be near legendary status to join Smash, but that stopped being the case in Wii U and continues in Ultimate. I'll be upset at first, but if and when a non-video game character joins the roster, I'll get over it just as I have with all the past disappointments and continue to play Smash for the things that I love about it, and would totally pick up Vegeta, Iron Man, or Luffy even because I host tournaments at my house from time to time and would actually play them. But if I didn't have to have all the characters for tournaments, I would just never purchase them. Just like I did Ryu, only got Bayonetta because the girls wanted her on my niece's Wii U and my 3DS, or not get Joker on the girls' Switch. If I don't agree with the character's inclusion, only my dollars can talk, unfortunately. So Bomberman204, thank you so much for your insightful comment. I think it's so great to read about other people's opinions on character inclusions, and especially how you want to spend your hard-earned money on Smash Brothers characters, right? It is a very good thing to think about that and not just buy the pass willy-nilly, see what Nintendo is doing. So thank you so much for sending in your comments, everyone. These are always so much fun to read through, and of course a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters that support this channel in a totally crazy year that has been insane for everyone. So you actually standing behind me doing this show and working on block content every single day means the world to me. And if you're not already a Patreon supporter, but you really want to support this channel in a unique and totally awesome way, please go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. Remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now and smash that like button, ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya.